While we celebrate this weekend, we should also pause in gratitude for the extraordinary prosperity we've all inherited from the greatest experiment in human history that began 250 years ago this week. On this week's Fastest 4 Minutes in Finance, it's all about the fourth. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Scott Inman. As America has approached the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, I've actually been spending a lot of time reading about and watching programming about the Revolutionary Era. And studying history is certainly educational and applicable, but for me, it is most powerful for gaining perspective. On July 4th, 1776, the Founding Fathers declared a vision rooted in liberty, self-government, and the conviction that human rights are not gifts from rulers, but inherent truths from God. They also defied the authority that ruled over them and stood in the way of them pursuing that vision. And that meant putting their lives on the line for their beliefs. Beliefs in limited government, individual liberty, civic responsibility, and the consent of the governed without any clear vision of how to best implement that. That came later. First, they had to fight and die for those beliefs. It was a war that, quite frankly, should not have been won. Reading just some of the details of the American Revolutionary War will tell you that. You can believe it was luck. I believe it was divine providence. Once this new country was established, the Founding Fathers' ideas took shape. Some took longer than others to implement, and some still need further implementation today. But the process, the decisions of our leaders, the ingenuity and innovation of our citizens, the defense provided by our military, and the freedoms protected throughout generations have provided a prosperity accessible to more people than any place, any time in human history. I recently watched billionaire Warren Buffett speak about this time in America. He contends that even our poor in America have a better quality of life than the richest man in America did when he was a kid. The access to healthcare, technology, and even entertainment have all improved exponentially in just the past century, and certainly over the past 250 years. We talk about your money here because that's the key to true financial independence. But American independence isn't just measured by money. At its best, it reflects the freedom to build, worship, speak, learn, invent, serve, and pursue a better life. As we mark 250 years of independence, we can give thanks for the prosperity America has achieved and has been passed down to us. What we do with it will, with God's blessing, steer us for the next 250 years.
Want to become smarter financially in 4 minutes or less? Sign up at fastest4.com to get insights and updates like this delivered to your inbox weekly.